Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, I must confess, I have missed you guys so much. Like, your girl had to take some time off because it's finals week, unfortunately, and I'm a college student. Little fun fact. On my last year though, so next spring semester, last final season ever. Yes. Okay, so anyways, thanks to that, I couldn't make a video for a while because it was just papers back to back to back to back to back, homeworks back to back to back to back to back. So now, after all that disrespect, I can finally come back to the channel and say, hey, what's up to you guys? So before we really get into it, I need to make a confession. I know at first I was like, I can't tell you guys what to do, like subscribe if you want, don't subscribe, da 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 da. But as I just said, your girlies in the last years of schooling, I'm just trying to make a life out here, trying to tap into my interests, before I get out there into the real world. So if you've come to this channel and you like what you see, click that subscribe button because we're trying to make this a thing. And I can't really make this a thing without you guys and you guys' support, you know what I'm saying? So just making that, just doing a little reverse because I know it's true. I advocated for supporting if you guys want to follow or not. And it's true, you still have that right. I'm just saying, if you came, you liked what you saw, please subscribe and leave a comment. Because I feel like, yes, I'm using the game, but please, I don't have anything to say, like nobody down in the comments. Because I generally love engaging, like even on my actual Instagram. Like whenever my friends comment anything, like I'm answering all of them comments, you know what I'm saying? So chat with me in the comment box. Like I really want to actually hear what you guys think and talk to you guys. So let's do that. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into the real specifics, the real deal, while we're even sitting here in the first place. And y'all know what is already the vibe. Yes, I've been on my Buccaneers streak, but anybody tell me what shows you want to see next? And what shows you think I should go back to? I know my Team Wolf video had a lot more views. So I know the Team Wolf content is given. I mean, is that really surprising? So I'm gonna swing back around to that. But I just feel like with school and everything, I've been really just honed into consistency in one show. So it's give me a second to be more versatile. Give me a second to be more versatile. Anyways, so for this week, we are going to be doing a little Buccaneers recap as usual. But because I'm so behind, guys, 2 episodes have passed us. So what I did, I just watched episode 7. I already watched episode 6 whenever it came out and had my notes, but I wasn't able to film anything. So what I'm gonna do is try to make a little concise little wraparound like I did for my very first video with Buccaneers, and we'll just see how it goes. So without further ado, let's get into the business, the Buccaneers business. Okay, so for this episode 6 of the Buccaneers, is titled Christmas. So yes, we're in the Christmas spirit, very much on brand because we all know what's coming up. So basically, from what I'm really seeing, we can just speed through this episode too because there's just some key points that we really have to hit on. And basically, they're all at this little castle mansion, I guess. I'm really not following anymore whose houses are these. Is it the Duke's mansion in some other part of England? I have no idea. But one thing I know for certain is that guy, he looks good in that sweater. Now I don't know if that sweater exactly fits into that time. Somebody let me know. Because I personally, I don't belong to that time, so I wouldn't know. But I'm going to enter the picture here. And the video, if you think he looks good, because he does, that's a guarantee. But also, why is he wearing this sweater in the 19 whatevers? I mean, they could have had tweed sweaters, could have been in at that time. I know, don't quote me, don't quote me. So anyways, he looks good in that sweater, and I understand, and I do. Because she was quite mesmerized when she saw him. That's true, that's true, that's true. Anyways, so Theo, one thing about him, he loves to make a scene, and he loves to make something messy. Because even knowing what you do about the telegram, why would you make Guy your best man? That's very messy. I'm sorry. So Richard and Conchita seem to be spinning the block. They seem to be getting back together, getting back into cahoots. Okay. All right. I'm not going to say too much of it, because I know I was like really an active Richard hater. But some things have come into light where I'm like, okay, I guess he can have his wife back. Yeah. So we'll see about that. We'll talk about that later. But Ginny and this whole James situation is just getting me so infuriated, because I just hate how he's just isolating her and just manipulating her, and it's just a horrible situation to be in for her. And I feel like the whole thing of like Lizzie too, and like Ginny just being in this and not necessarily like, she didn't get out at the first jump, so it's like it's now it's harder to get out. You know what I mean? Now she's kind of trapped in the situation of this man. So it's like, press up for Ginny, guys. Press up for Ginny, because I don't know. This is getting to be a lot. No, I just hate James. I'm sorry. Like, any scene that he's in trying to do something, I just look away, because like, why are you here, sir? Why are you here? And the Honoria, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, guys, but I think it's Honoria. The Honoria and Mabel situation is just very sad. Like, I feel like they've started something, but it's like, how do you even fall in love, continue to fall in love, like, in that time? You know what I mean? With each other. Like, it's just very sad. And I feel like I just don't feel also like, I like how they still touch on their story, but to me it's not enough. Like, give me more scenes, give me more depth, you know what I mean? Like, you just get in the surface of sad, but I would like to see them have more conversations and spend more time together. You know what I mean? So I hope that's coming up in the next few episodes. Jumping ahead to the next episode 7, I still don't really see that. Like, I saw some conversations, I did, and we'll talk about that later, but I still want more from that storyline. I just feel like it's not really being delved into that much. You know what I mean? So yeah. Sorry guys. At this episode I really have to look at my notes to remember, because I watched it so long ago and didn't do my thing right away. So anyways, side note for Richard and Conchita's baby. It's so cute. It's so cute. That's a cute baby right there. That's a cute baby right there. And this little scene that Honoria and Conchita had, like, it was so cute. It's giving sister-in-laws. And I feel like she really, like, showing how she's, like, this newfound love is, like, really breaking her walls down. You know what I mean? Like, she understands Conchita a little more. Conchita understands her a little more. It's giving. But I have another point here that says Guy is just looking really good. Because he's looking good. I'm sorry. Like, this whole episode, he just started it like a tease with the sweater. Like, it just, the color, the green, it was just good. It was just a good sweater. So him and Nan have a little secret meetup. And they're talking about travel, and he's like, I've been wanting to travel recently, like everywhere. And she's like, oh, where? And he's like, oh, recently I can only think of one place. Now, what do you mean by that, Guy? What do you mean by that? Important questions need important answers. They need prompt answers, actually, as a matter of fact. So what do you mean by that, Guy? Inquiring minds would like to know. And Nan asked him, like, what did the telegram say? And he was like, it didn't say anything. Nothing important. Don't lie, Guy. Don't piss me off. So I guess Richard is giving father figure. Remember how I said in the other recaps? I was like, he's giving father figure, guys. Let's not deny that. Like, he's giving. But the governess tea is starting to rear its ugly head. And it seems like they were involved, and it's some sort of a grooming That's what I get from it. Because to me, yes, I think he thinks that he was like in love with her, but she was taking advantage of him. It's given like what's that movie called? I didn't watch the whole thing, but that dynamic between like Christian Grey and that other lady, I think. Don't quote me, don't quote me. But that's what it's giving. It's giving that dynamic because like now it's like he has this weird attachment to the governess. So yeah. But guess what happened? Raggedy James told the Duchess that Nan is illegitimate. Oh no, he's sick. He's sick. And Honoria she's getting a little tense right now because guess what? Mabel's found herself a little suitor. Yeah, that's right, guys. Mabel gets engaged. She's like, I'm gonna still live my life and I'm gonna find a man that's gonna allow me to do that. So she gets married to that one guy. What's his name? Did I write down? No, I didn't. But Miles. Yeah, she got engaged to Miles and she's plotting because she's like, Miles can do what he wants and I can do what I want. It's getting weird, And Richard and Conchita are just sneaking around, guys, apparently. So like they're back together. Good for them, I guess. Good for them. I'm resigned from the Richard and Conchita of it all. Okay, like good for them. Good for them. But I'm tired of James. I will never resign from that. I'm tired of him. And I wouldn't mind if Ginny let something slip in the night and, took him out of the equation real quick. So I just feel like that, that's... And Guy trying to propose to this girl? What the fuck is he thinking? Nan needs to stop that. She needs to stop that. She needs to interject, but she's not going to. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry to bring it to you, but she's not gonna bring it to you. So yeah, Kirsty James ends up telling the Duchess that Nan is illegitimate. So everyone's like, well, the Duchess more specifically, she's like, yeah, Nan, pack your things. You gotta go, babe. And then Theo comes, tries to give Knight in Shining Armor, so he's like, listen, this is my decision, and I love her. So he's like, I am gonna marry her. All right. And Ginny's basically like, oh, yes, I did tell you that, but in confidence. Why did you tell other people to James? And James is like, well, that's not for business now. It's on the air, and you have to prove to me that you have alliances to me. Because right now it's just not given that. So Ginny has to prove his alliance to her. And I'm just like, I can't. I just can't. And in that scene with Nan Guy, when he's all like, I'm going to ride, whatever. All I wanted him to do was make out. Make out! Anyway, so yeah, Theo, he gives a little speech and he's like, yeah, I love you. As I said, he marries her. He says he's still gonna marry her. And it showed that Guy was going on to his little whatevers. And Nan was waiting for him to open that door, guys. She was waiting for him to open that door. But he didn't. He didn't open that door. So anyways, let's go into episode 7 real quick. That one's the most recent episode. It's called First Footing. And basically, this is another party. They're just always at a party. They always at a party. So basically, we're at a new party. Now I know this house. We're at the little Crustains' house. Crusty people, the crusty parents of James and Richard were at their house, their casa in Europe. And basically, Nan and Theo arrive and it's just scandal because everyone's already heard the news. Duh. Nan is not who she says she is, and Theo is getting married to her, and they're like, oh, that's crusty behavior. But while everybody's doing the little cackling, screaming, little secret whispers, Theo was doing nothing. Way to comfort your wife. Way to comfort your incoming wife, your fiance. Don't you feel bad about that? Like you just come into the room and you see everybody staring at her like that, and you're not even like pulling her closer or holding her hand or whispering to her like, "Oh, you got this." Ugh. And him and Guy get into a little tiff, just a little speak, and he's like, "Guys, like you don't know nothing about this. You know nothing about this life." And Theo's just like, "Well, you would know." But then Guy was like, "Yeah, that's right. Eat him up, Guy. Eat him up for me again in the comments." And I just want to know, has James ever learned to shut up? Like, I just want to know. Why does he keep talking? Why does he keep talking? And anyways, so a series of things happen. And now I'm basically sad because, come on, like, everybody's talking about her behind her back. This is not giving. So anyways, her parents show up, surprisingly, and she's talking to them. And she's like, "Oh yeah, well, this is what I'm going through." And she's like, not really want to talk about it. And then Guy appears out of nowhere. Oh my gosh, like the excitement for her to introduce Guy to her parents. I mean, I know she was trying to have a little diversion, but still, excitement was there. She was geeked. Anyways, we find out also that Ginny is pregnant. She's pregnant. No, like, now is the time for her to run, guys. I'm serious. This is not good. This is not good to be pregnant for that man. It's not good. It's not good. And Guy and Nan on the roof scene. We have a roof scene of Guy and Nan. Like, she says, "Oh, you always know the best places to go." Like, it's giving obsessed. And I cannot explain it. Like, to the people who don't see that Guy and Nan made for each other, there's nothing I can do for you. There's simply nothing I can do for you. Like, they're just iconic. They appeal. And Guy knows how to comfort her, unlike her stupid fiance. Like, Guy is letting her know that don't let the haters get to you. You know? And then the mom arrives, like as we said, Theo has a little dance with her. He's like, "Is Theo, you trying to make a statement?" I don't know. But he's telling the mom, "Oh, I love your daughter." I'm like, this changes nothing. Theo, that's not real love. Because you still haven't told her like half the secrets that you know. Like, be so for real. So I'm just like not agreeing with that. And Richard's going through it, guys, because Richard is now coming to find out like what he thought was love with this governess was not, until he's like grappling with those feelings because he has a conversation with his sister and they like kind of go through it a little bit and basically like rehash that like their parents didn't give a shit about them, which is evident. I'm not surprised, but they're basically talking about their childhood and all their parents were so silent and like didn't care about them, and Richard's just having a little eye-opening moment, And the mom is telling the guy that, like, she's leaving him. The mom, Nan's mom, she's like, "I'm leaving you." And he's like, "Oh, no, you can't." And she's like, "Well, my daughter's marrying a duke, so yes, I can. But actually, Mom, I love this freedom for you. Yes, do it, divorce him. But also, she's not marrying Theo. I can tell you that. So don't pan out for that specific thing to happen. Just leave it. Don't bank on the marriage thing. Don't bank on the marriage thing." And this whole, I skipped this, but the whole blindfolded scene with James and Lizzie was like playing that game, like, no. Like, I hate how he just keeps appearing, like especially like appearing in her space. Like, get the fudge out, James. Get the fudge out. And the scene with Mabel and Honoré is heartbreaking because Mabel's trying to explain, like, I got engaged because so I can be free. But Honoré was like, "Well, now what you talk about is like freedom is actually like pain to me because I actually like lived in this like, compartmentalized version of myself and I was fine with it. And now I've opened my heart and now I don't know how to cope with this." And it's just so sad. It's so sad. And I just feel like I just need more of Honoré's story too, because as we get into like the whole Richard and like James, I don't want to hear a story, but like Richard and Honoré, you can tell that like their parents' behavior impacted them greatly. Like, clearly it impacted James in a very anyways, but like you can see that like Richard and Honoré specifically are starting to realize that like their behaviors are like a product of like being like, not loved as children, and they don't want to really wrestle with that, you know what I mean? Like, they don't want to keep that quiet. They want to deal with that. So yeah, so that's what happens. And Nan and Guy giggling and kicking their feet down the stairs, and Theo just happened to be there. I just need them to do it again. Like, do it again. Like, come down the stairs again. Gag him again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. And Theo was like, "Ooh, I need to discuss something with Guy." So my main point before discussion even starts, he met her first, Theo. So by orders of operations, little PEMDAS, he met her first. He was the first order of operations. I'm sorry. So anyways, yeah, they get into a little food fight. Theo starts it first. And yeah, and it's just so unserious. But I just wanted to know that, so Theo, you'd rather fight with Guy right now about this than to go and be with your girlie on New Year's, bringing the New Year with your girl? That's how you know she's not going to be yours. Because you weren't even there to start off the New Year with her. Anyways, so we get into the fight, whatever. And then Theo's like, well, you better tell him about the telegram. Because Nan finally finds out that he's the one who had the telegram all this time. So Guy starts reciting the telegram because Theo's like, you better tell her. And I'd just like to say that Theo also has this telegram memorized. Oh, he must have been sick. He must have been sick to his stomach. Because there's no way. And I just like to point out, guys, like, this telegram is literature. It needs to be studied. Because here's some lines. Let me read this to you. This past year, I have learned a lot about grief. But recently, I cannot explain why I so greatly feel the loss of you when you were never mine to lose. I don't know, like, as I said before, Guy has a certificate, a diploma from the Bridgerton School of Class of Love Confession. Because listen to these words. He said, I am weak. I am confused. But Nan, my love for you is neither. He said, as an individual, make me confused with the love that courses through my veins. Knows where to go. And just one more line. He said, eternally yours in understanding that you will never be mine. Are you joking me? Are you joking? You're joking. So, yeah, Theo had it memorized, Vindictus of a Gun. Like, sir, and you had this, you had the letter, you had it memorized, and you've been sitting on this? You've been sitting on this bad boy piece of information? I don't know how you do it. Me personally, I'd pass out just for the fact. Just for the fact of learning all this. I'd be sick. Like, so, yeah, so I just, but, plot twist, in the letter, Guy talked about Nan not being her mother's daughter. So technically, Theo knew all this time, and he never said anything. Red flag. So basically, Ginny is trying to run for the hills. I thought she was running for the hills, but she comes back. But I think she's plotting. She's now finally realized, and I think she's gonna get herself out of the situation. So I hope that somebody also recognizes this soon and helps her plot, because I need my sis to get out. As we said, Richard is having his little moment of realization. So he finally tells Conchita about this too. He didn't mention the governor's part, but he tells Conchita about like his family and stuff, and he's like so sorry, and he has his little breakthrough. Now I'm wondering what Ginny was doing in that little interim. Was she just having a little breather? Because she did come back, so now I need to hear more about that. And this Theo and Guy reconciliation, I didn't care. But Guy really made it seem like he's never gonna see him again. Because Nan's like, this guy, I guess, is like, this is too much for me, and I can't have Nan, and he's getting married to that girl also. The fudge? He said he's engaged to her, and we could learn to love each other. God, that's nothing. Don't piss me off. So anyways, I didn't care about the reconciliation, but I guess they're having a little bestie moment, and Guy's like, take care of Nan, like, see you around. So it's giving permanent goodbye. Like, you live on your side of England, I live on my side of England. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be your best man. I'm not going to the wedding. That's what I gave. So, we see the episode end and Nan gets into the car with Theo, so I guess they're getting married, blah blah blah. But my thing is, this is no way to start a marriage. You're mad at each other, secrets were had, secrets were kept. Like, just call it off. Call it off. Nan, run away. But I feel like something spicy is gonna happen next episode, based on what I've seen on Twitter. So anyways, thanks guys for sitting down with me. I know this is a long video. I hope you guys watch it. If you don't, well, I'm sorry. This was the only way I was going to be able to get it to you. Maybe I can break it up. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. I'm new to the game. Like, you know how much editing that would take? Anyways, as always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. Really rocking with you guys so far. And thank you for everybody who's been giving support on the video so far and watching. Thanks for everybody. Guys, I talk very fast, so you're going to notice this a lot. I like just mix up my words, but I promise it's not out of nerves or anything. Like, this is just how I am. This is just how I talk. So I'm sorry. I'll try to slow it down in the future. But anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Hit that subscribe button if you like the video. Hit a like if you like the video. Hit a subscribe if you just want to see me on my journey of following my dreams. And I'm not enough. Anyways, thanks guys, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye.